Welcome back to my channel. My name's Lindsay Perez, your friendly neighborhood beauty enthusiast. Today we are doing an updated version of Lashify. I'm showing you how to get more longevity out of them and learning from my past mistakes. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. So I've shared a tutorial on Lashify before, and that was a couple years ago. Since starting Lashify, I've changed how I apply my lashes. I've changed the lashes that I use, and I've gotten a lot more longevity out of them. So I used to only be able to go about 3 days, maybe 4 if I was really lucky, but usually about 3 days between changing my lashes. I've switched lashes, I've changed my technique a little bit, and now I can go about 7 days. So I usually put a new set on Monday morning, and then I take them off Saturday night. If I have to go somewhere Sunday, I can leave them on. I just usually am at home on Sundays, and I like to rub my eyes and give them a break. So that's why I take them off Saturday night. I also like sleeping without lashes for a couple nights during the week and kind of just letting my lashes breathe, so to say. So here is what I do now, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. So the biggest thing is the lashes that I use. I'm still using Lashify. I've started using, they've recently come out with their S series, which is, I believe, the Starburst. I'll link everything in the bio of this. So the S18s, the S16s, and then the S14s is what I use now. When I first got started, I was using like the A's and the B's, which, sorry, I know I'm missing a fingernail, which were great, but the band of them is really thin. And I found that the reason they weren't lasting was a few different things, but ultimately that band was so thin that they would break after a couple of days of wear. So now I use the S series, and the band is a lot thicker, and I feel like it holds better. So we're gonna get started. Removing lashes is super easy. I just use my Lashify Melt Away. I've been using these again for like 2 years. My lashes are blonde, but I haven't had any damage to my natural lash. If you can kind of see, they're still really nice and healthy, which is why I like Lashify so much. So we're gonna start with our pre-cleanse. This is from Lashify as well. And another thing I used to do is I used to put these on after doing my makeup. I don't do that anymore. I always do them with a bare face. So my face is clean. And then I just really rub my lashes and make sure that there's no makeup residue or glue from before. There shouldn't be glue because I took them off with my remover, but sometimes I miss a little bit. And even like, can you see that on there? That's just like dirt that was kind of on my lash line. Some of it's probably self-tanner too, but so I just really rub those lashes really good. And what I was doing before was I think I was using a cotton pad, but I was just kind of going like this. Now I'm really rubbing in there and making sure my lashes are really nice and clean. Now I'm going to go in. When you go to order, it's going to try to get you to do the control kit. You can do that if you want to, but I don't like the glue that it comes with. It comes with Whisper Light. I like the Bondage Charcoflex. I find that it works better. And then glass comes in your control kit if you want to go that route. And then your tweezers, these are awesome. I love these. And then you pick your lashes. I have a pretty big face. I have a pretty big frame. I'm 5'7", like size like 10, 14, somewhere in there. Well, like an 8 to 10, 8 to 12. It depends on the brand, you know. So I'm like a bigger framed person. If you're a petite, small person, don't start with like 16s and 18s. If like sunglasses always look huge on you, you maybe want to start with like 12s and 14s. I like the 18s because I do have big eyes. I have hooded eyes, so it helps with that. But if you're a small figured person, don't start with 18s. They're going to look ridiculous. So start with like a 14 and a 12. If you've never worn lashes before, start with a 14 and a 12. Okay, so let's get started. Sorry. I'm going to start with my charcoflex, and I kind of just swirl it around in here, and then once it's full, and then we're going to apply this like mascara. I'm gonna kind of smudge it into my lash line. I'm looking down at my mirror here, sorry. And that's the other thing, is it's gonna get all over my face. So I like doing it before my makeup because then I can just wipe it off. So I just really heavily smudge that in, and I'm kind of spinning it as I do this because I just see. It's okay. It comes right off because we don't seal that part. So once it dries, I just rub it off. And then I'm gonna do the other eye at the same time because I wanna let this get tacky before I continue on. So same thing, just rub that into the lash line. I've tried a few different brands of lashes. The lashes themselves are okay, but the like kit, the glue, the sealant is not the same as lashify. So I really like lashify for that. And then we're gonna smudge it in over here. Seriously, I make such a mess. I don't know if I make a mess because I don't wear mascara anymore, and so I don't know how to apply it, or if I just don't care, but I make such a mess with this. And then kind of that inner eye right through there. But look how long my lashes are still. Obviously this isn't real mascara, but you can see the color of them. Well, you can see the length of them because the color's there. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Okay, so I like to do 2 18s on the outside, 1 to 2 16s, and then a 14. Depending on what I'm doing, sometimes I'll do 1 18 and then 2 16s, but I always do longer out here into shorter. It just works for me. The S's are really wispy. They have like highs and lows to them. So I really like that. Some of the other ones, like these are, I think C's, are just straight, but see how thin those are? So I just love the S. The S Starburst is what they are. So I'm gonna grab, pull out of there, and you can see the band of that. See how nice and thick that is? Hopefully you can see that. Okay, and then we're gonna go right up underneath our lash line. And this glue has gotten tacky, so it just sticks right there. You wanna make sure it's on your lash line, not your water line. If you're on your water line, it's gonna hurt and you will feel it right away. So I'm gonna do 2 18s, and I'm sorry, I have to look down here in my mirror. I'll zoom in when I edit this. And then I just push up underneath. I always look really close into the mirror to make sure that these look right. So I have 2 18s. Now I'm gonna jump in with S16s, same style, just a shorter length. And I'm gonna go through the middle. Right there. And they just stick, they really are easy, you guys. I swear to you, this is easier than doing a strip lash, I think at least. And then same thing, this is an 18 on the outside. And I mean, you guys are seeing how quick I'm doing this. It takes me like 5 minutes. When I'm not talking and I'm not filming, it's so fast. It is hard to show this on camera because I'm trying to look in my mirror. We're gonna jump into 16s. This one's kind of like misshaped. And then we're gonna do a 16. It was just too close to the middle. So I try to make the edge of this one match the edge of the next one so that there's no gaps. But while they're wet like this, and your glue's not gonna get dry, I mean, it stays tacky like this for quite a while. So you have time to work with these. If you're just starting, don't put glue on both eyes. Just start with one, work through it, and then go to the next eye. But I like going one to then the other because I can see exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab, so I have 2 18s and a 16 on both eyes. Now I'm gonna grab my little 14s. These are SD, these are Stardust. So they're just a little bit wispier. The only thing I don't like about these is that they kind of fall apart. Okay, I got a whole one. Sometimes these break in half really easily. And I'm just gonna put this on my inner corner here. And again, not on your waterline, on your lash line. Your waterline, and it stinking hurts so bad. And I'm kind of just pushing up. I'm wanting like a lift with these, you know. I don't want them to drag my eyes down. You've seen people who wear lashes that are too big for their face, and it makes their eyelids look heavy. We're not trying to do that. Up right underneath. Okay. Okay, now here is where we change everything that I did. So now what I used to do is I would grab my glass and immediately put it on. What it was doing was I would clamp with my glass and it was taking all that glue that I just put on off because the glue wasn't dry. So we're gonna dry our glue with a blow dryer. I recommend using a nozzle, but I couldn't find mine, so it's fine. So I'm gonna turn this on low air, no heat. Sometimes I'll pop a little bit of heat on there just to make it go faster, but you'll see. Okay, so my heat is on low, and then I'm going to cold shot and go back and forth between hot and cold. And we're just going to close. So it's on hot and then cold. But I'm blowing from underneath. I'm just holding my hair so it doesn't look crazy. So my finger's up, it's warm. When it's down, it's cold. So my eye is slightly open. I'll even open them like this. But if you have dry eyes, just close them and it's fine. But go from underneath because, again, lifting up. And I probably do this for 30 seconds to a minute. And I can't, my hair still looks crazy. I can't explain it, but you can feel when they're dry. So like this out here is dry now, and I can just rub that off there. Well, usually I can rub it off. Okay, we'll just use our cotton pad here. And sometimes I'll use a little remover. That one's being really stubborn. Just take a little bit of the remover and get that glue off there. And then same with the top of my eye. But if you do this after you have like mascara, or not mascara, eyeshadow on, you're gonna mess up your makeup, so. And your eyelashes are clean if you do it before. You can also use a Q-tip for this and that works a lot better, but I forget how messy I am. I do this every week and I still forget how messy I am. Okay, so now I'm gonna use my glass. This is your sealant, and I'm going to put it on my tweezers, my clamps, I don't know what they're called. I just put that in the middle, and then we're just going to put that underneath and squeeze. And the first time I did this, you guys, I was terrified. If you notice, my tweezers are like backwards, like I don't put them with the shape of my eye. I just feel like it's really hard to like put your tweezers in that way. So I put them backwards and it works great. You can close your eyes during this. Just don't open your eye and rip. And do you see how they changed a little bit? They got thicker because they meshed with my natural eyelash and that glue that's in there. Can you guys hear my cat? He's up here in the window watching me. Same thing, I'm gonna put some on here. If you come back to this and there is black glue all over, you didn't dry your glue long enough. So that's what I was doing wrong the first time, was I wasn't letting my glue dry and it was making my lashes come off way quicker. Let me just do that inner corner. And I just kind of clamp as I go. Like I don't like hold it for a long time, I just squeeze. Some little quick tutorial, sorry, on my TikTok and my Instagram reels, but when I wash my face, I don't get them wet. Now to be fair, I wore this set, like these kinds. I do think I wore another 18 and then a 16 on the inner corner when we went to Mexico, and we went swimming, we went snorkeling. Obviously I had glasses on, but like there was water on my face. Or goggles, and we got drenched in the rain and they lasted like 8 full days. I wouldn't recommend that for longevity, but they did last. I would recommend not swimming in them and not getting them wet, and they last better. By day I was like, these look awful, but I just like didn't touch them because honestly they probably would have fallen off with like the wisp of the wind. So when I take my makeup off, I just take it off like this and I kind of go around. And then I use a little like spoolie to fluff them and like get little extra eyeshadow off that lands on the top, but they're gonna get dirty throughout the week. The thing that's nice about them is at the end of the week, you take them off and completely wash your lashes. So there's no buildup like there is with lash extensions. I struggled with lash extensions, which is why I started looking into Lashify. So even when I'm not wearing makeup, I just feel like people ask me all the time if these are my real lashes. And I don't know if they've just never worn lashes before, and so they don't know that like these are clearly fake, or if they really, I don't know, if they just are fooling people. In my mind, they look fake, but they look pretty. And then there's no like band, you know, there's no lash line up there. It's all underneath. There's a piece of glue stuck right here. Okay, let me know if that helped you. I will link everything. Thanks for following. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. Have a good day. They're on.